It is almost 1 a.m. here in Chicago. I am depressed. It's the Brick by Brick After Show with Jerry Azumah and Lance Briggs. We got more to get into here, so let's get into it right now. Welcome back to the CHGO Sports Studios. This is the Brick by Brick After Show presented by Empire Today. Make sure you use the promo code CHGO for $350 off all your flooring needs with Empire. Nice. We appreciate them always.
Thank you, Empire.
Nice. Lance Briggs, Jerry Azumah. Jerry just got back from Soldier Field. Of course, I'm Greg Braggs Jr. I'm not going to talk because I'm depressed and I've said enough on the first post-game show. I'm going to leave it all to you guys. But obviously, this is our first ever Brick by Brick post-game, the Brick by Brick After Show. We've got a bunch of fun new segments to get into. Yeah. So our first segment, of course, guys, as we get into this, because it's, we do instant reactions on our first post-game show, but for here, we're always going to kind of keep things on the level, right? Okay? All right, are you following me here?
What
so
the hell is that?
We are leveling out here.
What is going on?
We are leveling. We are leveling out here. Goodness. On the Brick by Brick After Show. I need you guys to level me out. So, Briggs, we'll start with you. Level this whole thing out because I am off kilter right now.
Level it out. Well, I can tell you one thing that needs to be leveled out. We started a game. It was very check down Charlie. It was check down Charlie.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with check down Charlie.
Yeah.
Now, there were opportunities where I know DJ Moore was open on a corner route, and we did a check down Charlie. Okay, we did check down Charlie. Again, there's nothing wrong with check down Charlie. There's nothing wrong with it. However, if we're missing opportunities with receivers that are wide open as what looks to me like your first read, that can end up biting you in the tush later on. I said tush. Yeah, I said tush because I got my tush sauce here.
We got a lot of products over here.
A lot of products. We got a lot of products.
We need a lot of products, man, because you know what? There's a lot of things that were really bad out there.
Yes.
On the football field. Started with penalties. I mean, come on now.
Penalties.
That's one thing that we can't control is penalties. Like 120-something yards in penalties is absolutely ridiculous. How many penalties altogether?
I know that there were 12
penalties altogether.
4 false starts in the first half. 4 false starts. Well, man, Jonah Jackson had 2 of them. 2 out of the 4. I know Darnell Wright had one, and I'm not sure who else had the other one. But it's too many. How can you be successful offensively, defensively, and you have 120 yards in penalties?
I mean, you're killing yourself.
Yeah, you can't be. Listen, there's no way that you can
shooting toes off.
Right. When you have a leveler, and you're trying to measure out, you want to get this house done, and you have 120 yards in penalties, you know what happens? The picture frame,
it's getting warped.
It gets slanted a little bit like this.
It's not going to look good.
It's not going to look good. That's some work.
I'll tell you what, though. They started off looking good, but then it went real bad, fast.
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot of things to clean up, man. Like, this team is not really that good right now. You know what I mean? Like
are they? Wait, hold on. Before you put the spray.
Okay.
Is this team good enough to go for it on 4th down when you're in
No. We need points right now. That's
right
what
now.
We need.
Okay, we
need points right now. I understand that you want to go for it on 4th down. I get all that stuff, but let's get some points first. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not get too aggressive.
Yep.
Let's take what the defense gives us. Let's get some points on the board. Let's get this thing rolling. Like, let's get the ball rolling a little bit.
We get the ball in the second half. Utilize those opportunities that, yes, we're going to get this points. Maybe we get another opportunity to kick a field goal.
Right.
And then we get the ball in the second half. We can go down and have a long drive and put more points on the board. There's a method to the madness of kicking the ball and getting points when you can.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, they choose to go for it on fourth down. They actually had a good play drawn up. Caleb overthrows, misfires, too much heat on the pass. So you could argue it was a good play call, but if you remember, they had to call a timeout.
Yes.
And, when you talk about all the false starts and the pre-snap stuff and rushing to the line of scrimmage, motioning with under 5 seconds on the play clock, you can tell everything's just out of sort. Then you got to burn a timeout. At that point, I do think that it's a fair question to ask if it's just better to just take the points and be done with it. Because, if your team's out of sorts and can't get to the line of scrimmage, then how do you expect them to execute it coming after the timeout, which clearly they didn't there. I mean, it was an open pass, but he just missed it.
I will say this, because Braggs and I were watching the game together, there was a lot of excitement. I heard a lot of people saying, they said, F it, let's go for it. F it, let's go for it. All right, in the room. And I'm not saying my voice does carry, but it wasn't carrying at the time. And I said, take the points. I think we should take the points. Braggs, where were you? Where were you on that, on the fence? Where were you on that?
Yeah, I think I was yelling, go for it.
Yeah,
you did. My gosh. Oh, my God. Let me get the products ready.
Oh, boy.
Let me get the products ready, man. Like, we're not good enough right now. Like, let's get points on the board.
Yes.
Like, we have opportunities to get points on the board. Let's get them on the board. And then later on, if we're feeling great about it, then we can go for it.
When we reach that point, yeah.
But we're not there yet. We are definitely not there yet.
Well, I promise we're going to talk a lot of Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, as we are probably going to do on many Brick by Brick after shows.
No doubt.
They're always going to be the focus because all that matters in this league is how good your quarterback is if you want to win a Super Bowl. But you guys are both defensive guys, and this defense really showed out for 3 quarters and then 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. But I'm just curious from your perspective. We'll get into all the ugly and stuff, but what did you see from this defense tonight? Anything that you came away impressed with?
Impressed with?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say in the first half, they were impressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were getting a lot of penetration up front. We were getting to JJ and getting him, like, really confused. I think pre-snap, we did a good job in the first 2 quarters as well to just try to get him disoriented.
3 sacks.
You know what I'm saying? We had 3 sacks. So, like, we started off really good defensively. And then after that, it's kind of like they started to find their groove. They started to run the ball effectively, and that's one thing that kind of knocked us off balance.
Yep.
They ended up just running the ball effectively, and then after that, they ended up hitting some passes on us, and we just totally were knocked off of balance.
Well,
go ahead. There were a couple times when running. The double team worked up to the second level really fast. Right. They work up to the second level really fast. That D tackle has to come off. He has to fight to stay in that gap. So as soon as that double team comes off, and they come off quick, that means he's getting up to that linebacker. That means that linebacker more than likely is going to be nullified into that gap. The D tackle is going to have to work through that and secure the gap now that the double team was keeping him away from. So you have to work together. There has to be work together. If that guard and that center stay on that double team, then the linebacker has to be shooting that gap and getting into the backfield. If he comes off, then the D tackle has to. That's just the way it works.
I think the presence of certain people that were not there kind of affected us as well. Like, there was, first of all, veteran leadership was not really there.
No Jaylon.
No
TJ.
Kyler Gordon. Man, these guys make plays out there. Like,
they're huge.
TJ is the type of person that's always around the football. Always around the football.
Kyler plays on the other side of the ball,
exactly.
Especially against the run. Physical.
And he's really good at the nickelback position. You know what I'm saying? So we were missing those things. And I feel like they were attacking those areas, especially with the run. You know what I'm saying? So
they exposed my guy. So, Noah Sewell was all over the place. And I don't want to take anything away from the way that he played because he did play. He had a good game. But if there's one thing that you want to take away from, and especially when you go through corrections, because it's a copycat league, and whatever one team was able to successfully do against you, the next team's going to try. And you get Noah Sewell in a man-to-man coverage, you can expose him, and you always, in the NFL, you attack players. You know what I mean? It's not about the system. You look for chinks in their chain that you can take advantage of. And right now in the pass game, Noah Sewell is a chink in the chain.
Yeah. I mean, so it was, started out hot. Obviously, offense gets a touchdown on their first drive of the year. First drive of the game. They didn't do that in 17 games last year. So it's like, wow, here we go. This is going to be a difference. And then the defense playing out of their minds, like you said, without T.J. Edwards, Kyler Gordon, Jaylon Johnson. It's 17-6 to start the fourth quarter. And they had control. The house was rocking. I mean, you were there.
I was there. It was electric. I mean, before the game started, you had the 40th anniversary of the Super Bowl team that were there. A lot of alumni. I mean, the flyover was cool. Like the anthem was great. The energy was absolutely electric. And then when they came out and they scored that touchdown early, like we were feeling really good about ourselves. The fans and the crowd were like really into the game. They were as loud as they could be. And then it seemed like in the second half, like I don't know what happened, but it's like we let off the gas. You know what I'm saying? And the bad thing about all of this is that 3 phases of football. You know what I'm saying? Like offense, defense, and special teams.
Special teams
like
stunk.
they got us today. They got us towards the end. They got us.
Yeah. Well, part of the reason at the end, because we went for the kick, and we needed that kick to be out of the end zone. But that's the difference. So that's the reason why we drafted a punter in the 4th round. We needed to draft a kicker at some point because we had a free agent kicker leg. You know what I mean? A free agent kicker leg can't get to the back of the end zone.
You have to kick that ball out of bounds.
You have to.
You have to do that. And that was unsuccessful. But 3 phases of football. You know what I'm saying? Like special teams is very important. There was a block punt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like those things cannot happen. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be cleaned up.
Santos misses a 50-yard
field goal.
Pushes
the field goal.
The Bears, I'll talk about this drive forever this week, but, Caleb hits DeAndre Swift in the flat. They get to the 12-yard line. Oh, wait. Darnell Wright on a hold.
Yeah.
Egregious call. I'll never let it go this week. I'm going to lose my mind. I know the Bears made a ton of mistakes, but if they don't call that, this game, I promise you the Bears win. And you can spray me with that all you want.
I'll get it ready.
I got
get some wipes because he need to be wiped down.
But regardless of that, then you take the intentional grounding, and now it's 3rd and 30, but you get into field goal range, which I thought was a good play call by Ben to understand you're not getting the first down, but let's get in field goal range. And then Cairo Santos misses the 50-yard field goal to put them up 14 to start the 4th quarter. And that's where the whole thing flipped on its head. So, offense made mistakes. Ben Johnson made mistakes. Defense in the 4th quarter started to get ran on. JJ McCarthy has 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But the special teams, to me, was the keystone part of this game because if they just do their job, they make the field goal, they get their punts, the kick coverage, the punt coverage was bad, the kick returning was bad. There wasn't one good aspect of special teams. And the only field goal Cairo made looked dicey.
Well, what does this game look like with Kyler, with TJ?
I think it looks a little different.
It looks different, right?
I think it looks different.
And Jaylon Johnson.
Yeah.
So the question is, this year, health. Do you think health, it always does, but health is really going to dictate any consistent success we have, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you on that.
You know what I mean? Because
those
3
players
players are difference makers.
Absolutely. And they were taking advantage of those situations as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those matchups, we couldn't win those.
Right.
When we needed to win those matchups, especially in the 4th quarter. Like in the 4th quarter, man, they gave up 21 points, and it just felt like we were just completely off balance.
Yep.
And a good thing for the Vikings, and you know what? We got to give the Vikings some credit here. Like, the Vikings are a good football team.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they play extremely hard. They're extremely tough. They're well coached, and they play well down the stretch. They did this last year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They were in a lot of close games, and they pulled off wins with being in a lot of close games. And now they're doing it, starting off the same way. They know that they were getting beat up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But they said, you know what? If we stick with it and we do the things that we need to do consistently, we're going to be all right. And they figured it out. And the one thing that I really admired them doing in the fourth quarter is sticking with the run. Like, they stuck with the run, and that really got us off balance.
Yeah, I believe we were talking about it in the last post-game show, but I believe it was Adam Johnson had 13 carries for 82 yards and a touchdown in the fourth quarter alone for the Vikings running the football, and the Bears only had 3 carries for 12 yards in the fourth quarter, and they were the ones with the 2-score lead to start the fourth quarter. You got to run the ball to finish the game if you want to win. Instead, the Vikings flipped the script on them. They started running the ball and stole this game from the Chicago Bears. We're going to take
we were throwing the ball and the ball, we're getting incomplete passes, which kept stopping the clock, which continued to give them more opportunities to come back on.
And this is also JJ's first start. His first NFL start. He threw us one. Pick 6. Thank you.
He looked like a rookie.
He did look like a rookie.
He looked like a rookie.
He looked like a rookie.
Yeah, he absolutely did. So we're going to take a quick timeout here. Before we get to the timeout, we do have a super chat in here because I know for most people that have watched the Brick by Brick podcast here over the last month and a half or so and throughout the summer while we were doing After Dark, and those shows were recorded. So the chat, and we always appreciate you guys hanging out and watching the show in the chat, but it's now a live show here tonight, and you have an opportunity to get your super chats in and get your questions in.
Get them
to
in.
Lance Briggs and Jerry Azumah.
Wake up.
Wake up. It's 1 a.m. here in Chicago, but you guys are hanging out with us. So Ryan R. coming right out the gate with a $10 super chat, and he's saying, I love the balls for going for it on 4th and 3 by Ben Johnson. We haven't had that in a long time.
Right.
What did I say?
I don't know.
I don't.
Well, I read it. He said, I love the balls.
Yes, you do.
It wasn't
Yep,
you.
I
You're
bet you
fine.
do.
Is it?
$9.99.
Anyway, he says it's not on coaching when you scheme a wide open DJ Moore and your quote unquote generational talent overthrows him. So he's team Ben Johnson on the decision to go for it on 4th down there. He loves the balls on that call. And so we're going to get into our evaluation of Ben Johnson's first ever game as head coach of the Chicago Bears here coming up in 2 minutes. So taking a quick time out, hit the like button, and when we come back, we'll talk some Ben Johnson. Hey, want to give a shout out to our friends over at Empire Today. Just like your favorite team needs a home field advantage, your home needs a home floor advantage, and Empire Today can help you get that. Empire Today has flooring experts, dedicated flooring professionals who focus on flooring every single day. You can go to those big box stores, wandering all around the aisles, doing everything yourself, hauling all the material home yourself. Not with Empire Today. They live and breathe flooring, and they are going to help you before they help anybody else. And with Empire Today, you get clear, upfront, and all-inclusive pricing. Schedule a free in-home estimate today because some things are just better at home. CHGO listeners can receive a $350 discount when using the promo code CHGO. Yes, you guys heard that right. A $350 discount with code CHGO. Restrictions apply. Visit EmpireToday.com/CHGO for full details. And of course, the famous number, 588-2300 Empire. All right, and also got to give a quick shout out to our good friends over at Monarch Money. Feel organized and confident in your finances? Well, of course, you're going to do that with Monarch Money. It's an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean interface on your laptop and on your phone. And right now, just for our listeners, Monarch is offering 50% off your first year. That's right, you heard that right. Maximize your investments, increase your savings rate. That's what they've done for me and my family, and they will do that for you. Monarch Money is built for people with busy lives. If you've put off organizing your finances, Monarch Money is for you. So don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use the code CHGO at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code CHGO. All right, we're back here on the Brick by Brick After Show with Lance Briggs and Jerry Azumah. Shout out to Katie for producing here tonight.
Katie.
Running the ones and twos. Shout out to Sarah and Emma and Steven over here as well. We're working late here at the CHGO Sports Studios.
Graveyard shift.
We'll never stop it. That's right. Appreciate all of you hanging out as well. So let's get into our next segment here, Katie. And been working on some different things. And, you know, we started with leveling out here in the first segment. And now something we'll do throughout the season now that it's Ben Johnson's first year as head coach of the Chicago Bears, and tonight was his first game, and we are having the Foreman review with Ben Johnson. So, Jerry, I'll start with you this time. What'd you think of Ben Johnson in his first performance as head coach of the Bears?
Started off good. Started off real good. But you got a dose of being a head coach. I mean, look, the fact that he was with the Lions and he did a great job with the Lions, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that stuff doesn't matter anymore.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now you have to coach the whole team.
Yep.
You know, offense, defense, special teams. You got to put your fingerprints on all of that stuff.
In Chicago.
And unfortunately, it wasn't good today.
Nope.
It was not good. There's a lot of work that needs to be done with the Chicago Bears right now. Yeah. And we knew that going into the season. We knew that. We knew that they would have to put in a lot of work and a lot of effort and a lot of time to make sure that they got the success that they wanted. But unfortunately, it just didn't show and prove today.
And you know, here's the thing: in the first half, not going for kicking that field goal. Okay, I get it. You know, maybe some things happen during the game, and we do find a way to win. That changes the outcome of what we're saying about some of his decision making. He goes for it again. He doesn't kick. You know, Cairo missed that. There were calls that were made that Caleb overthrew wide open players. Yep. There was one that would have been probably a would-be touchdown.
Yeah, to DJ Moore on the side.
He can't throw that ball. You know, I thought the call was good. So
they missed a lot of plays.
They missed plays that goes along with what we all probably agree with was probably a bad call and him not going for it on that kicking that ball. Mm-hmm. But when you lose, this is what happens.
Yeah, we critique
everything. This is what happens. We're going to critique everything.
Everything.
If you'd won, we're going to constructively critique some of that stuff, but say, hey, man, it worked out. It worked out. He knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, there was one play where I think it was like 3rd and 2 or something like that. We ran a wide receiver screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to throw the ball forward. Right. Not laterally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really see that. And when we didn't execute that, you heard the immediate boos in the stands. Immediately, because we've seen that a lot in Chicago, and we've seen it not work a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, it's, you know, like you said, we talk about the 4th down decision in the first half, miss the pass, don't get the field goal. And then at the end of the first half, you know, it kind of gets forgotten. They get a field goal to go up 10-3 with like 25 seconds left. Mm-hmm. And I know this is Dennis Allen's, you know, job. It's the defense. But they get a field goal coming back the other way. And, you know, Ben Johnson, it's also on your watch, your head coach. And because, I don't know, they had another decision there. They took the points that time. Yeah. Because it was 3rd and short, you know, or 4th and short, I should say. Kick the field goal up 10-3. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. But then you give up those points right before the first half.
Was that off of the block punt, though?
No.
That wasn't off the block. I know they got some sort of points off of that block punt.
That was in the second.
That was later.
That was in the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the game, you obviously had the decision to either onside kick it or try to kick the touchback, which Cairo wasn't able to do, which is what, after the game, you could tell he was kind of fed up with Cairo because he was like, he just couldn't get it out of the back of the end zone.
I don't understand how that happens. How can you not kick it out the end zone.
Well,
But here's my question: why risk it? Wait, okay, maybe Cairo can kick it out of the back of the end zone. Every kicker should be able to do that, right? But at the same time, it's not a guarantee for any kicker. So why not just kick it out of bounds to the right or left and just take it
35,
put it at the 40, whatever, 35, 40, whatever, and now you know for a fact that you're going to get no time off the clock. Now you still have that 2-minute warning. So
Sounds good now.
I think that was one of those decisions. Another one, too, was, and it was a little thing, too, but before the JJ McCarthy rollout for the touchdown, which was a great call by Kevin O'Connell, it was 3rd and 1, and there's like 2 minutes and 20 seconds, whatever it was, and Ben calls a timeout. And to me, you only had 2 timeouts because you lost one because of the challenge. I don't use that timeout there. I'm going to let the Vikings decide how they're either going to get the first down or not. And then if they do get the first down, then I'll start using my timeouts. They end up scoring a touchdown. Now you've lost another one of your timeouts.
there could have been something that was going on in the headset, personnel issue or something that came up. And they were like, listen, we need to call a timeout right now. I don't want to put that all on Ben because you have a headset that's shared by a bunch of different coaches, and there are a lot of things that are going on where, Ben could have said, we can't burn a timeout right now. We have to, coach. We have to. He's going to take the blame because he's the head coach, but there's a million situations that could have gone on why they had to make sure that they were in the right situation, in the right defense, with the right personnel at the right time.
And ultimately, the biggest thing is 12 penalties.
Yeah.
At 12
That's
penalties
the
for
glaring
127 yards.
Yeah.
That buck stops with the head coach, or starts with the head coach, wherever you want to say.
Yep.
And so this is my question to you guys from the 12 penalty standpoint, because obviously you had the defensive pass interference by Nashawn Wright, and then the one on Tyreek Stevenson, which I thought was questionable, and the one on Darnell Wright on the hold I'll never forgive. But let's just talk about the pre-snap penalties out of all these. So we were talking about this a little on the post-game show. So, to me, I don't know what the catch-22 is here, and I want you guys to answer it. When you know your team operationally is having trouble getting in and out of the huddle, getting to the line of scrimmage, now you're trying to call a play with motion pre-snap when there's 3 seconds left on the play clock. Sometimes it was causing penalties. Other times you're barely getting the snap off, but everything feels rushed. So what's the right answer? Is that good coaching by Ben to say, hey, you guys, I'm calling these plays. This is how it's got to be done. I need motion in my offense in order to create separation. Or does he have to dial it even more back because he has to understand my offense isn't ready for these things? So I don't know what the right answer is.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I would say in the first half, it looked pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were getting the play calls, and they were running their motion and doing their checks and all that stuff pre-snap, and they were being effective, with executing the game plan. And just in the second half, though, that's when everything just went crazy, especially in the fourth quarter. I mean, giving up 21 points in the fourth quarter is just totally unacceptable.
Yeah.
But
you put your offense in a bind too when you're not getting the calls out, especially when you have motions that are tied to that play call. You reduce them down. You have 8 seconds left. I mean, I'm in the years that I played and we've gotten our defensive calls out late. I played next to Urlacher. Urlacher was cussing our coaches out. We had a lot of players, a lot of wild leg only. They're cussing our coaches out. Like, get the effing call in. Get the call in. And that is on the coaches. You give us a call, we're going to play it. Whatever it is, we're going to play it. Okay? But if we're not getting the calls out, the offense is getting lined up. They're getting ready to snap the ball. We don't have a call. What the hell are we going to do? And now on the flip side, we're on offense. We're getting a call. There's 9 seconds left. I'm telling our offense what the play call is by the time we snap it, and everybody breaks and they're getting lined up. There's 3 seconds. Yeah. You're not giving us an opportunity to win that now.
I mean, this is a situation that happened last year as well. You know what I'm saying? It feels like a lot like last year, where they weren't getting the play calls in at the right time, and they were rushing and they were messing things up.
Yeah,
that's what it felt like today. And it felt like, it was clean at first. I don't know exactly what happened and why it went so far left, But in the first half, it was really good. The second half, it was just absolutely horrible. And I don't know what happened.
Right. And I felt like the calls were good calls in the first half.
Absolutely.
Obviously, because they were effective. but you know, it's you know, I always lean on, are you starting to second guess yourself, you know, in the second half, or you start second guessing yourself, not just riding with the way that you did in the first half. Hey, this worked, let's stick with this. Hey, let's go with this. Hey, let's stick with this and let's go with this. And then it gets into the second half and you're like, but what if they do this, coach? Coach, but what if they do this? But coach, I don't know about that. And then you start saying, okay, well, then let's try this, or let's go with this. No, we're going to go with this. You know, stick with your gut and go with it.
They definitely got us out of our game plan.
Yeah.
But we didn't get the Vikings out of their game plan.
Yeah.
They stuck with it. Even though they were down, you know what I'm saying, and they weren't doing too good at that moment, they still stuck with their game plan. And eventually it caught up. And they got it going, and it knocked us off balance.
Okay, now if you have a game plan, so you have a game plan, and let's say in this game plan, all right, we moved the ball. We got at least one first down, and our next couple of calls, there's a play that is designed, and in that play design, you don't go to the main your first read. All right, your first read is a corner route, and he's wide open. You go to the check down. All right, you've been going to the check down all day long.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the check down.
Right, there's nothing wrong with the check down. You missed the corner route, okay? And then for the next play, you get flushed, and there is a player that's wide open, and you overthrow it. How does this affect your play calling? Does this affect your play calling?
No, it shouldn't affect your play calling. You should still call the same plays and trust that your players will hit that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That you'll get it.
That's what the Vikings did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they came out and they were really flat. You know what I'm saying? 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. But they got it going. They were still calling the same plays. And we should have did the exact same thing. But we got flustered and we got out of it, and we just got – I don't even know what happened. We just got blown out in a second.
Well, as they say, every man's got a plan until they get hit in the mouth. Yeah. And the Bears eventually got hit in the mouth, and they didn't respond to it well tonight, and the Vikings did. And as you've said many times here, even in the last month where we're going over some of the odds for divisions and things like that, the Vikings are a good football team.
They are a good football team. 14
games last year? Yeah. And, they have a first-time starting quarterback in JJ McCarthy, and it looked like that for 3 quarters. That flipped real quick in the fourth quarter, and that comes down to a team that knows how to win. JJ's might still be learning how to win, but that team knows how to win. That coach knows how to win. Right now, the Bears and their coach still got a long way to go to learn how to do those things. And now you got the Lions next week, so it doesn't let up. So Ben Johnson did have a challenge tonight, and I thought it was a good decision to challenge it. He didn't win the challenge on the punch out of the ball as the tight end was getting up.
It was worth it.
It was absolutely worth it.
It was worth it.
They didn't get it. Did you think that it should have been a fumble? Either of you? I mean, they called him down, but he was like still getting up, and it felt like nobody had touched him, and the first contact to me was
the ball, and there was movement.
Yeah. I mean, I get it was close because his knee was down.
Both knees were down.
Both knees were down.
As he hit it, but I kind of felt like if it had been ruled a fumble on the field, it'd have been hard to overturn in that way too, because it wasn't like anybody touched him. The first thing that was touched was the ball. He punched it. So, but I'll at least, even though he didn't win the challenge, I'll say the process of the decision to challenge it was a good one, because that's a huge momentum changer. If they get that ball, you're on the 5-yard line and have a chance to really step on their throats. So
hell of a play.
Yeah, I mean, man, you feel for that defense to play as hard as they did without the three of your leaders out there.
Yeah.
And Nashawn Wright gets a pick 6. Dio Dangbo and Nashawn Wright, they had a tough go in the last preseason game against the Chiefs, and everybody was throwing them out.
Yeah.
And they came out and showed up. Yeah. And Noah Sewell played really well in the first
it
quarter.
wasn't all bad. It was not all bad. They did some good things out there. You know what I'm saying? But it just got overshadowed by the 21 points in the fourth quarter that they gave up and then losing the football game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're up 2 scores on a team that won 14 games last year. And you just, again, you got to learn how to win.
You got to learn how to win.
Yeah.
Got to learn how to win. So we're going to take another quick timeout, guys, 2 minutes. And when we come back, got some different awards to give away. We'll have some fun, go over some different things, maybe get into a little bit more Caleb Williams talk. So don't go away. Hit the like button. 2 minutes. We'll come back, talk some more Chicago Bears football at 1:30 in the morning. Listen up, guys. For week 4 of the regular season, we are headed to Viva Las Vegas with True Fan Travel. That's right, Chicago. CHGO is taking over the Strip for an epic weekend in Vegas, and you are invited to join us as the Bears take on the Raiders September 25th. It's a 3-night stay at the Luxor because we sold out all our rooms at Mandalay Bay, but don't you worry. We ordered extra rooms at the Luxor so everybody can be included. You also get tickets to the game included with your package, and it's an unforgettable experience with all these events throughout the week. Sunday, before the game, we have a tailgate. If you're in the area, you can get tickets to that tailgate, so make sure you don't gamble on missing the ultimate fan experience. Book your spot now at truefantravel.com. We are going to have so much fun. Anybody that went to London or Arizona last year, compliments of True Fan Travel, will tell you it's worth every penny. Can't wait to see you guys out there. It's going to be so much fun. And then also want to give you a quick reminder that now is as good as ever, time as ever to become a diehard here at ALLCHGOsports.com. And if you go to ALLCHGOsports.com/diehard, you can sign up, or the QR code is here on your screen. Exclusive written content by Adam Johns, Adam Hogue, Mark Carman, Patrick Norton. We bring it all. And then the best part is, as soon as you sign up, you get a free shirt right out the gate. We also have a tailgate deal right now. If you sign up with our Tailgate Die Hard package, you get 2 free tickets to a tailgate of your choice and a free shirt. So if you use that deal, it literally pays for itself. That's how we want to take care of you. So how about you jump on board, become a diehard, get your free shirt, discounts on all our events, discounts on our tailgates, discounts on our draft parties, and, of course, exclusive written content. Now that the season started, now is when you want to sign up, and we hope you do. All right, we are back here on the Brick by Brick podcast with Jerry Azumah and Lance Briggs here. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Make sure you're sending your super chats in for all your questions. Do we have any? We'll bring in a couple more to the conversation here. We got the Pope for $2 saying, "Why do we have 3 defensive stars out for week 1?" Well, they got hurt.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we can do about
Jalen
that.
hurt his groin.
They can't play.
They
hurt.
Nothing. You're right.
Jalen hurt his groin. Kyler, what is he or with? I forget. He's
Something.
got something hurt.
You got something.
And then TJ Edwards got hurt at practice.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's just
they're
what it
hurt.
is.
It's football. Sometimes
We would love to have them.
No doubt.
Yeah.
We would love to have them.
It's not ideal, but yeah, hopefully they can return week 2. Nico,
There's a process. There's a process. It is a better process than when me and Jerry were playing. Okay, this process, where it's, you're supposed to report stuff. Some teams back then, they didn't report injuries.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they would they give you a little needle, pop, get you back into that game real quick. Okay. Now we have a process where if something happens to you on that field, we need to handle that right now. We need to handle that right now. It has to be reported. We got to make sure that everything goes, because a lot of that stuff goes for the wayside, and some of us retire without having reported some of these doggone injuries. And so if you didn't report it, it don't count.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't
It
count.
never happened.
It never happened. So you got to take care of our bodies. Our body's the most important thing right there.
That's right.
Interesting. Then we also have $20 super chat from Nico Suave. He was at the tailgate today. Shout out to Nico, saying, "Here's a super chat. I already lost $1,600 to Sportsbook. Why not donate to a good cause? Love y'all. We love you too. We
hope he has
appreciate
some
you
good
very
drinks.
much."
Right. Were you betting?
Q Harlan, $20 super chat said, too many things in this game were familiar.
You need to be, golly.
Right?
That's a lot week one now.
A lot.
That's way too much, man.
Like
Reality
he hasn't
spray.
been a Bear fan for all his life.
Come on now.
Right?
Come on, stop that.
Come on.
Yep.
Get you some wipes.
Oh,
We're going to get it.
wipe me down.
$20 super chat from Q Harlan. Too many things in this game were familiar for all the wrong reasons. Looks like I'll be working annoyed or angry at physical therapy Tuesday morning. Head up and bear down. Taco Bell aside. Got any comfort food ideas? Got any comfort food ideas for him?
Get you some oxtail stew. Get you some curry goat. Mm-hmm.
What are these things you're saying?
I was thinking about ramen or something.
Some ramen, yeah. I'm just, get you some curry goat. And
some ramen and some M&Ms.
Some jerk chicken. Yeah.
All right. I know jerk chicken. I never heard of oxtail soup, though. I'll tell you that.
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
Okay.
Woo, you got to make sure you clean the tail now.
Yeah.
You got to clean the tail.
You need to go to the islands.
Yep.
Me and I.
Yes.
They'll get you right.
So we obviously went through a lot of different things, but let's go back to Caleb a little bit before we give out a couple awards before we finish the night. Caleb Williams obviously starts the game with the touchdown. He starts the game 10 for 10. First quarterback, a Bears quarterback to do that since 1978, 10 for 10.
Yeah, 10 design checkdowns.
Yeah. Okay. And
we'll take him.
That's the point.
We'll take
he had,
him.
about 60 yards rushing and a touchdown, obviously, on that first, so he did some different things. Obviously, the accuracy is still an issue, Lance.
Yeah. It's weird because he was throwing some darts. Like, he made a couple of plays where he was spot on. And then there's other times where it was just like, what happened?
It's weird because he's the number one pick. That's accuracy. It's just that confuses the hell out of me. I'm sorry, guy. It does. It always has. But one of the things that he has been consistent with is when there is a wide open player, he isn't consistently hit him. Oh, he's never on target.
Yeah.
It's over his head. It's to his left a little bit. It's to his right a little bit. Come on, man. That is a huge part of the success of this team.
Yeah.
He hits those plays in this game.
Just put it on him.
We win.
Yeah.
We win the game.
Yeah. He missed. There's a lot of plays that were missed out there.
Right.
And he's going to look at this thing and he's going to say to himself, "Oh my goodness! All I had to do was just put the ball on him, and like you said, we would win this football.
We win the game.
We win this football.
We'll win a lot of games.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
It's a lot to clean up.
It's hard to say with him because, the way he gets out of the pocket. I mean, he was only sacked once tonight, but how many sacks did he avoid? Or make a big play out of. But obviously, if you go look at the All-22 tomorrow, I'm sure there was a few of those times where he scrambled out of the pocket that he probably should have got rid of the ball. The one where he could have checked down to the running back on the spill out. He ends up running out the left side. It was impressive, but maybe the check down was the better avenue there. So it's almost like sometimes he gets so sped up and he'll make those amazing plays outside of the pocket. But then it speeds him up on the next play, and now he's rifling one way over a guy's head or getting too amped up. And it's like how to calm himself in those moments to collect himself and play. We were joking around when we compared him to Tony Romo. Tony Romo escaped the pocket all game long. He was also a quarterback that he broke records with how many yards he threw for every year. He threw for a lot of passing yards. So when we say he was only sacked once, but he escaped the pocket, that might be the way that this offense is built. Again, like I said, when we played against Tony Romo, we knew he was going to roll, and he was going to spin roll to our left. He was going to spin roll to our right, his left. And he's going to do it all the time. It didn't matter. He was still going to do it, and he was still going to get his passing yards. So if that's the way our offense is going to be built, or if that's something he's going to do, because I feel like that's a very natural thing for him to do. He feels it closing in. He's going to roll out to his right or he's going to roll out to his left. And if he's going to do that, okay, fine.
we're going to extend plays, and we're still going to get our passing yards out of it.
Yeah. I think the protection wasn't all that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like it definitely wasn't like last year where he was just on the run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He was just out there on the run. I felt like in the first 10 plays, like he felt very comfortable in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like he was stepping up and delivering the football. You know what I'm saying?
Check down.
And then all of a sudden, things just started to go.
Nothing wrong with checkdowns.
Nothing wrong with checkdowns.
There ain't nothing wrong with it, but I'm gonna make sure I check you about these checkdowns now. We gotta check in.
Wrong with checkdowns.
There's nothing wrong with the checkdowns. Nothing wrong with the checkdowns.
You're right.
So, I'm sorry to cut you off, but so he ends the day with 21 to 35. Passing 210 yards and a touchdown. And as I said, 58 yards rushing and a touchdown as well. So, it's
when he missed bad.
Yeah.
Well, they got to run the ball better too.
Absolutely, I'm a fan of that.
I felt like they tried to. I felt like they did try to stick with it.
Yeah.
But they weren't getting enough out of it. And the numbers don't always just tell the story.
Correct.
DeAndre Swift had 17 carries for 53 yards on 3 yards per carry. But in order for this team to succeed here, especially before the bye, you got 4 games before the bye. Now you only got 3 more. They got to run the ball better to protect this offense.
Yes, they do.
And they're just not getting it right. They didn't get it tonight. And the Vikings have a very good defensive line. I mean, that was part of it. They do. They are running into a brick wall. But at the same time, like at some point, you got to open up holes. And to only give up 1 sack for your offensive line, I was more anticipating that this offensive line was going to run block better to start the year than pass block because, the passing, there's just so many more moving parts, in my opinion, that you got to figure out chemistry-wise. But the run blocking wasn't there tonight, but, the Vikings defense gets paid too.
I like DJ as a running back.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've over the years, like just even watching him as a receiver, I think his best asset is when he catches the ball.
Right.
He basically becomes a running back. He's very tough to bring down. So putting him back and letting him start to get carries, I think is a very natural transition from my defensive eyes watching. You know what I mean? Like I watched Percy Harvin. I thought Percy Harvin was one of the better running backs in the league.
Yeah.
But he also he created a mismatch because he can motion out and be a slot receiver.
Right.
He can be one of the better receivers in the league
and
too.
run right past you.
Right, and so it's
that's actually a really great comp with Percy Harvin and DJ Moore. And not only when you put him in the backfield as a running back, had a couple handoffs where he almost could have broke one on a cutback or whatever. But when you drop back and then he spills out into the flat, okay, you're going to try to take the deep shot. Nope, it's not there. Okay, DJ Moore's spilling over to the flat. Let's dump it over to him. And as you said, now he becomes a running back type wide receiver. Make one man miss and get the big play that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
unique ways. And we got a glimpse of it tonight, but I think that's just going to continue to grow. I think they're going to grow. Yeah. I think Ben has an idea, i.e., Amon St. Brown and the receivers they had up in Detroit, but there's a unique ways that he can use all of his playmakers here.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's move on here to what we will do here each brick by brick after show. What'd you say?
You even spell receiver right.
Who can't spell receiver right?
These.
Tyler.
All right, well, let's put it up. Is this going to be the brickhead comment of the day, Katie? I think we've found our brickhead comment of the day. This is going to be something that is introduced to the program here tonight. Tyler, you have won the award because you don't know how to spell.
Oh.
You put, let DJ be DJ. He's not a running back. He's a recover.
Okay.
So
let him be a recover.
He gonna recover all
Let him be a recover, okay?
So you
don't get on his recoverness.
Congratulations, Tyler. You are the first.
I can't wait to sleep tonight because I'm gonna recover tonight. Wake up in the morning ready to go.
I may never recover from that holding penalty.
Yeah. We kind of know that he's not a running back.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tyler, congratulations. You are the first recipient of the Brickhead
Recover.
comment of the day. Congratulations to. There it is. All right. Well, let's give out a couple more awards here. And that is going to be something we do here each week on the Brick by Brick After Show. And that is the Hard Hat and Lunch Pail Award. Maybe going forward after tonight, we'll start having you guys also elect. But we were trying to figure out how to put these through, as the game was going on. So I'm going to elect Dio Odangbo for the Hard Hat Lunch Pail Award. Lance is mad at me. He's looking at me and
How
not.
do you? Okay, all right, that's fine.
Well, he had a good game.
Yeah.
He had a good win.
Yeah,
Go and hit him.
Wait a minute. What's wrong with Dio Odangbo? He had a good game, dude.
He did have a good game.
You don't think he had
He
a
was
good
solid.
game?
He was
come
solid.
on, dude.
What's my linebacker's name?
What's that?
What's my linebacker's name? That got beat on the one on
Noah Sewell?
Sewell. You
Good
saying he outplayed Sewell?
You say Hard Hat Lunch Pail to Noah Sewell?
I'm just putting it out there. Sewell was all over the place. He was all over the place. I mean, we threw the red flag out because he punched the ball out of there, which we thought was.
Are we forgetting the guy that got the pick six?
He got hurt.
He came back, though.
He came back. But what a tremendous play.
It was
Pick six.
a great
Oh,
play.
my goodness. And we needed that.
Yeah,
We
all
needed
6
we needed
foot
all of
4. Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Come on now.
Some good.
That's a hell of a play right
Some
there.
great players right there.
Yeah.
Some great plays.
So, all right. So after tonight, next week, each of us will announce give our
argument.
our own Hard Hat Lunch Pail
Okay,
Award.
okay.
I mean, honestly, if you really wanted to be fair to it, you probably got to give it to JJ McCarthy. I know we're going to give it to Bears each week, but I thought JJ.
Hold on, man. You want to give it to who?
He's got
Which guy?
Get that
Oh,
man a
my
diehard.
God.
Yeah, get him a diehard.
Oh, my
Well,
goodness.
I mean, come on. I mean, give the guy credit.
To the purple team?
He was getting beat down for
Stop.
3 quarters. Bears had him dead to rights and 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
Stop it.
Briggs is falling asleep.
I got to recover.
Oh my gosh. So I mean, give credit where credit's due. I mean, I thought he really bounced back well in that fourth quarter. He
Are you a Viking fan?
JJ grew up a Bears fan. When he was a kid, he was
my
rooting
God.
for you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
He was rooting for you
I
guys.
liked him when he was a kid.
Al-
I don't like him now.
Although,
Damn him.
although the picture they showed him in at his first Bears game, he was wearing a Urlacher jersey, and it wasn't. But it should have been a Briggs jersey.
Yeah.
Listen,
He said that.
Listen, tomato. Okay.
No, it isn't. He should have had a Briggs jersey
Or an Azumah jersey.
Yeah, right.
or a Zoom. That's right.
on now.
Absolutely.
Factuals.
I've
Absolutely.
been to Hawaii.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's a frustrating loss, guys.
Very.
I mean, when Caleb hit DeAndre Swift on the left side for a check down,
It's a check down, definitely.
they were up 17-6 on the 12-yard line, getting ready to score again, put this game away, and instead, holding penalty on Darnell Wright. And I'll remind you, in this moment, I'll say it a million times, they had a 94% chance of winning the game at that moment until the holding penalty. And then all of a sudden, Caleb has a bad throw to Cole Kmet, overthrow. Then he has the intentional grounding.
Ugh.
Stupid decision.
Oh, man, that was a bad one.
Stupid
It
throw.
wasn't.
That was a bad one.
Now it's 3rd and 30.
Yeah.
They find their way back into field goal range.
3rd and 30.
And Cairo Santos misses the field goal. And
We
instead of
might
being
have
up
to have another award next week, the Big Dummy Award.
the big dummy award.
Man, look at this Big Dummy.
That-
I agree with you on that one.
That's a
You
good
know
one.
what I mean?
The big dummy award. Who's the big dummy of the day?
Recover.
Yeah.
He's the brickhead of the day.
It's Recover.
Who's the big dummy of the day?
I would say it would have to be the false start penalties.
Yeah, it has to
false
be.
start penalties. You know,
You big dummy.
you big.
What are you doing?
I mean,
Shoot
Darnell
yourself in the foot.
Wright
I just told you what the count was.
gets a lot of
know
false.
what it is.
Darnell Wright gets a lot of false starts. I know Jonah had 2, right? I
He
can't
had 2.
remember. Like
Darnell had the
exact-
first one. Jonah had 2. And I'm not sure who had the last one, but it was on the line.
I mean, so
Not
all right.
good.
Nope.
We'll have to start doing the big dummy award here going
Mm-hmm.
forward. But Buford
We don't wanna
here,
do
the
that.
chat says, my first jersey is an Azumah jersey
Let's
when I was
go.
in kindergarten.
Let's go.
So like 2001-ish.
Yeah.
Still have it. Very small. Couldn't throw it away.
Let's go.
There it
That's
is.
awesome.
There it is. So, it's frustrating. I just you wait 7 months for this game. You get here, they're up 2 score. It's not funny, Briggs.
I know, man. I
It's-
know.
I'm
But
hurting.
I know. But see, because
It kills me.
when I see you, I see Chicago, right? And I know I'm like, I have to temper how I feel about the Bears because the Bears are going to bear. Mm-hmm. And until you prove me differently, I want to take every one game at a time, 1 quarter at a time, 1 half at a time, because you had a lot of people fooled in the first half. You had a lot of people fooled in the first half, and then the second half, woo, the Bears came out, boy. the Bears came out.
Oh, the
and
face paint came out.
Yep, and you set us all back to square one. Now we're like,
Face paint came out.
shit.
The Bears are going to bear.
Yep,
The face paint came out.
that's all. That's all.
Not good.
I know. I get it.
I'll tell you what, though, the Lions, they're going to be licking their chops right now. They're going to be like, you know what? We can get us one.
Yeah,
We can get us one in
Yep.
the division.
we know their calls.
We know everything about
We know
them.
their calls.
The Lions, this is going to be a really tough test for them. On the road, too.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough one for them.
Yeah, it is going to be a tough one because the Lions are pissed. They got smacked in the mouth
They
by
got
Green
Yes,
smacked.
Bay.
they did. Yes,
and
they
now
did.
they get to return home. Last year, the Lions scored 70 touchdowns, and they had a tough time getting in the end zone against Green Bay. I know they got one at the very end. That was a hell of a catch at the very end.
They also got Parsons
that
over there,
Tesla.
They
Yeah,
do.
they got Parsons. We don't have Parsons. Where's Montez Sweat? I know he had that one batted ball down. He had the batted ball
He was
down.
around.
No, he wasn't. He
wasn't
had the
around?
one batted ball. Where is Montez Sweat?
It was around.
Taking on the tackle flush, not playing on the edge. I was watching him. He was getting pushed. I will say this:
He was
they
getting chipped
compressed
also.
the pocket. They definitely did compress the pocket. I think what you're saying is there's a standard that I'm expecting of him, and he hasn't been reaching that standard. And this is game 1 where you should be, firing off on game 1. I don't see him reaching that standard right now.
Well, Dio, certainly showed
stepped
out
up.
too. Yeah,
stepped up.
He has abilities, too.
He showed up. So, hey, the Vikings get paid too. They're a very good football team, and the Bears, obviously just couldn't finish this game. Hopefully, they can find a way to bounce back next week. We got a couple more super chats coming in. Guy Finley, $10 super chat says, "It sucks we lost, but it was by a field goal at the end of the day. Everyone needs to step back from the ledge and relax. The Vikes are a good team with a great defense. They wore us down." Jeffrey Smith with a $20 super chat saying, "The soft tissue injuries on defense are a concern. Any insight from the pros on what that recovery is like?"
I've never had a soft tissue injury. You know what I'm saying? I've never tweaked my hamstring or pulled anything, so I don't really know what the situation is with that.
I did. I've had growing injuries, hip pointers. I've had a lot of even hamstring issues. It sucks because there are certain movements where you feel real normal, and then there's other movements where you're like, holy smokes, I can't move. There's no way. Yeah, you're stuck, and so it's it's a timetable. It's a timetable.
And everyone's different.
And everyone's different.
Everyone's different with
different. It's a timetable, and it's based off of what your body says it's okay, and then you got to do it slow because you don't want to jerk it, and move in certain ways where it's like, whoa, you don't want to jerk your body. You don't want to You know what I mean? You don't want to fast twitch.
Okay, sure.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Just said
All right. Let's move on. Carry on.
Lance just said he didn't want to jerk it. Soft tissue.
You don't want to. Did you do the hand motion with it?
Fellas.
Oh, my goodness.
It's been great.
How'd that prostate exam go?
Yeah.
Lord, have mercy.
All right, it's been a late night. It is 1:45 in the morning. Shout out to both of you guys for sticking it out on the graveyard shift. Obviously, next week, Bears play the Lions. It'll be a noon game, so we'll be able to do this much earlier. So shout out to Katie and everyone here still, Sarah, Steven, Emma, everybody working hard behind the scenes. We appreciate them. We're cleaning out the mixer here on the Brick by Brick After Show, and that means it's time to go home. So hit the like button on your way out.
Yes. Make sure you go to sleep and recover.
Yeah.
Recover tonight.
Recover. And when you do, make sure you tune in tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for a special Hogan Johns. Well, they will be live for all of your Bears thoughts. So that wraps things up. Hit the like button. We appreciate you once again. Get your sleep. And always keep your head up. And always bear down. Appreciate you guys.
We all silly like the mayor.